Okay, this is Anthony.
And I'm Sade.
Um, we started a book channel a while ago. We made a couple of videos, and we we stopped making them. Even though we kind of liked what we were doing, but I don't know. You kind of deal with
Life.
yeah. Well, I mean, okay, for you, like what was the thing that like kind of held you back from like wanting to continue?
I would say, I'm in school right now, so that's one reason. There's a lot of homework and stuff I have to do. And then also, I have anxiety, so I get really nervous and I think things, so it's not good for, being on YouTube is not really, good for people who have anxiety. But I'm trying to get over it and just still go through it and go through the motion just to try to get better, to overcome my stage fright and my anxiety. So I'm gonna try to.
We're gonna make it better. We're gonna get better.
What about you? Why did you?
I don't know. I started working and I don't know. I'm always like gung ho about everything. I'll just do stuff. So I don't know. I wanted to do it together. So I can't make a. I don't know. I don't want to do a channel by myself. You have to explain it later. It's like why she's not on the channel.
We're not
that may be
exciting enough, I guess you can say that.
Huh?
We're not one of those booktubers that are, oh my god guys, hey, today we're gonna talk about, we're not one of those type of
not usually.
So it's like
some days
we kind of feed off of each other.
Not today, but yeah. So we're gonna get better at it. We're gonna work on our chemistry and our on-camera chemistry. I'm pretty good at like rambling until I figure out what I'm talking about. So
I'm good at
if it seems weird, just bear with us, like a grizzly. And we're gonna get there. So what are we talking about today?
Talking about the book The Worded Man by Peter V. Britt. I think it's his name.
It's a series I read. I started reading it before she did. I think I started sometime last year. It's about 5 books in the series. Honestly, a lot of times I avoid. Avoid. A lot of times
Peter V. Britt, not Britt. Sorry.
Brett. Peter V. Brett. A lot of times I don't read like fantasy type stuff. And does it fall under fantasy, kind of?
I would say yeah, because it has like the whole monsters and magic type of.
Okay,
so
yeah.
I would say yeah.
Yeah. I kind of avoid fantasy a lot of times, just because sometimes it feels a little like, and magic, I don't know. I want a little more. I lean a lot more towards sci-fi, and I want a little more explanation for why things are, not just magic and I don't know, fairies and all that kind of stuff. I mean that's cool, but like give me some, hard hitting. I don't know, some more. I don't know, less pixie dust kind of stuff. So this series, I decided to try it out.
Oh, I was gonna say it's not really. There's no pixie dust.
Well, no, that's what I was gonna say is good about it because I didn't feel like there were no warm fuzzies in this book. And magic wasn't. I don't know the way their approach to magic. I would say it was a little more. Would you say scientific? I guess or something. There was like a.
There's I guess a scientific aspect to it because one of the main characters is like into like medicine and stuff. So she like, I guess she kind of is. From
you
her
have to
point
learn
of view, it's like.
Well, even the people that do the magic in the book, it's like you have to learn it. Some people maybe naturally like just catch on quicker, but it's not like somebody's just born with magic and they're just magical beings. It's not like that.
Yeah.
Kind of situation. I guess we should talk about since we've given away all the details.
Rambling.
Like what
which we're good at. Remember?
So it's 5 books. Follows a main character named Arlen Bales.
And also, I would say Leisha. What's her last name? I don't remember. Leisha, I
Paper.
would say is Paper, yeah.
Paper.
Because she got the paper.
No, not really.
No, her parents.
Well, later
they
she does.
own like a paper company or something like that.
Yeah.
Doesn't her dad make paper or something?
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I would say she's like one of the main characters too, honestly.
Yeah. Well,
beside Arlen.
Yeah.
She's. But
because it switches between characters throughout the book.
That I actually like. I really like books like that because it gives like the different perspectives of everyone's emotions and feelings, and it's not just from one point of view, the third person or whatever. So I like books like that. So.
But it starts off with Arlen.
Yes.
He's like a farmer. They live in like some kind of broke village. They're like a farmer, and the whole. I guess the main premise we should explain about it is there's these demons that come out at night, and you basically have to make wards around your yard to protect yourself, like a fence. You have to set up like a ward net, and that's what people have to learn. They have to like learn how to make the right wards and where to put them and stuff like that, or else, demons are going to get through and rip apart your face and everything else and kill you. And because there's different types of demons and all that kind of stuff. But with the main characters, like with Arlen, like what did you think about his personality and everything? Just his.
I would say he's really headstrong and like very brave. And that's why he becomes like what he is. Eventually the deliverer, what they call the deliverer or whatever. I feel like when the book started off when he was a little boy, and he just fought a lot of the demons and stuff, and like his dad kind of was the opposite. He was scary and just never, there were some things that happened that like Arlen that his dad contributed to because he didn't step up. Like he wasn't a man, I guess.
Well,
he didn't man up. So
yeah.
Sorry.
Well, we should insert in there like it's most people, the vast majority of people are not fighting the demons. They're literally just doing defense,
just living
like trying to like
with them,
keep them away from their stuff at night, but they are not like out trying to attack the demons.
Oh yeah, that is a good point. That's a really important point too.
Because they don't really have a way to do that,
Yeah, because they eventually like Arlen, he becomes the person who gets everyone, like all the villagers and all the people, to fight the demons instead of just sitting around and like, oh, we're gonna live inside of our inside of our walls, or inside of our wards or whatever. So
but that happens
like, he's the one that
books later.
Well, yeah. Oh, you're right. So we're talking about just the first book, right?
Well, no, we can talk about this.
See, that's what's confusing because I'm like, I don't remember what happened.
When you've read a whole series, it's kind of
hard
weird.
to like look back and like,
well, no, we're addressing the whole thing.
I'm in the fifth book. He's already read all 5, but I'm in the 5th book right now, and so it's a long book.
We're just trying to address the general feeling, and I mean, you're right about Arlen. He's like, super driven, and like he's not satisfied with the way things are, the status quo, like a lot of people are, because it's basically like people are like living in the brink, like all they are doing
he's
is
the
surviving.
First person to actually want to fight, want to stand up. And,
yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
So what did you think about Leisha, on the other hand?
Leisha was interesting. She had a series of horrible things happen to her. I mean, I would say the time period isn't super awesome for women. But you stick in there and things get better. But yeah, I mean, she's interesting.
I like how that changes though throughout like the book. It does kind of get to the point where she uses everything that she's been through as like a, I don't know, like a.
It's a strength for her.
Yeah, a strength for her. So
it's not a weakness. Yeah. I mean, a lot of the stuff she went through would anybody would be like, you know what, I'm done.
I mean, at that point, I was, after everything she's been through, I was like, she's either gonna break really badly, or she's gonna use that like as her strength and then get through it. The rest of the time. So thankfully, she did the good thing and used it. So.
She becomes a really interesting character. I'm glad that. I can't say much.
What?
I'm glad she's a character.
Oh my god, yeah, because it'll give it something away.
And I might say something to you that you shouldn't know yet.
Oh, that's true.
You're not finished, the other cool thing is it also gives a perspective of people from a completely different, I was about to say nationality. I mean, nationality.
Yeah, that's true.
And completely different way of life, like a whole group of people that actually fight the demons.
There's another group called the Crasians, and they all live in Krasia, and they're basically the only people in this time frame that are actually fighting back. They fight the demons in what is it called? The Allah. They name it something. The
Yeah, I don't know.
Sherish. Wait, that's the way they fight. Never mind.
I don't know.
But yeah, they have a way of fighting and stuff that they're really good at fighting and stuff. And then every night, basically.
Oh, they have a maze.
They believe that every man they become brothers. They unite and they're supposed to fight together and shed blood together and everything. So it's like I don't know. So
it's like an honor thing for them to get killed by one of them because they're fighting and all that kind of stuff. So I mean, but the thing is, even though they're fighting, they're not actually making progress. You know, it's like you're fighting them.
Because they're still behind their wall.
They're strong. They have their own martial arts and all that kind of stuff. They're all great and everything, but they're not making progress. They're just people are going out and dying. They're putting their bones. They're up in honorable places, but they're not actually making progress to like defeat the purpose of the demons coming up in the first place. So so I mean, and then inevitably there's like conflict in the stories between different countries, and
a lot of battles, a lot of fighting and stuff,
politics
with each other, which is kind of backwards because it's like y'all should fight the demons, stick to that, and y'all are fighting each other. Like,
it's a going theme of people not being able to unify behind a common cause.
But the Creations think that they need to take over anyway. They're all about like, we're the deliverers. We have I don't know. We didn't explain that character yet. Jadir, he's also a very important character.
He's like he's a main character. You also learn about his growth into a man. Also his wife. You learn about her. Each book it goes into different. It dives into different of the main characters' backstory because there's a lot of characters, honestly, and then you get everybody's backstory and how they came up, who they are, the different paths that they take. But the way, honestly, reading the story, it was definitely a book. All of the books, except for the last one. Maybe because the last one was so long, because it's like 700 pages, the last book, that I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah,
it's like,
I'm not even at 100 yet, I don't think so.
It was cool, but I was kind of like, all right, okay.
Come on, story.
But otherwise, I mean, the other books, it was hard for me to put them down. I mean, there were probably some books that I would think, like the last book, you felt like the book forward kind of.
It was slow, but usually, series are like that. If they're like 5 or 6 or more books in the series, it's 1 or 2 books are gonna be a little slow. I mean, you can pretty much expect that,
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
I'm not mad. I really love the storyline, so I'm not.
Because you're already invested.
I'm into the characters.
Yeah, if that was like the first book, it'd be different. But the first book is definitely not slow.
The first book is awesome. It's the best one so far.
I'm definitely lost. I mean, those are books that are hard to put down. I would say for sure. They're very hard to put down.
Yeah.
Especially once you get invested, because again, there's just always something going on. There's never like peace. There's like moments of it. I mean, they've got little, there's a little.
A lot of politics in this book too, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of politics. I mean, you get your love. It's not even a triangle, like a square.
A rhombus.
Love rhombus. So there's a lot of like, oh, I'm gonna be it's not super lovey-dovey. I mean, you get some of that.
Then a monster will come in and kill something or someone. So what are they called again? The monsters? They're Corlings. They call them Corlings in the book. So
they come up from they come up out of the ground. They like mist out of the ground at night, and then they solidify, and then in the morning they have to go back under the ground or whatever.
Oh, that's a good point.
But no, I mean, I enjoyed the series. I would recommend it. Not to kids. It's
20 and over. Maybe 18 and over.
Yeah.
18 and over.
It's got some dark
like
stuff in there. And
it's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, when you're dealing with something with wars and demons ripping.
And usually how I am is like, if what I read and watch, it affects my mood and stuff, and affects me. So it's like, I wouldn't want like my 16-year-old, not even 16-year-old, reading this book, honestly, because it's like,
it's a little graphic. I mean, you'd have to determine that, but I mean, I would say, even if you're not like a fantasy type person, you just like,
it a try.
some blood and good story, and you know, it's a good story. I mean, it has the magic and everything. You know, fun. It has the magic and everything, but I would keep on. You know, I think it's good. I would recommend
Yeah.
it to anybody who just likes something different.
Yeah, I definitely gave the first book 5 out of 5. So.
Yeah. I don't remember what I
It's-
gave it. I think I did.
I think I was mad at you because you gave it 4 out of 5. Remember? I was like, why did you give it 4 out of 5?
I don't give
I was
everybody.
mad.
I don't give everybody a 5. I don't know.
Oh my god.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't have a reason for that. It was just
It's
like,
fine.
yeah.
Like his writing is really good. Like
Yeah, I like the
Yeah.
writing. Very descriptive. It's not slow. It keeps on moving. I mean, there are a lot of terms you won't understand right off, but it also comes with like a glossary.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of
Yeah.
different words for things, so you can know. And you told me they're making a you told me they're making a show or a movie or something.
Yeah, I think they're coming out with a movie. I think
Allegedly.
is it next year or something? It's supposed to come out.
Yeah.
Something like that. So yeah.
No.
I can't wait to see that in real time.
I'm a little worried.
Because you don't want it to suck.
I don't want them to make everybody white. See, I was worried with the Expanse that was going to happen, but they stuck to it, thankfully.
Well, thankfully the writer is like in your like he's gonna.
No,
you know,
yeah,
you
the
said
writers in that
he's
series, yeah,
very
no, they're
headstrong.
yeah, no, they're not gonna, yeah, they're not. I'm confident they're not gonna do. But this one, I'm a little, I don't know, who knows? I'm always worried that they're gonna make everybody white. So, I mean, the main character is some of the other characters, but like, I don't know. It was we'll see how it is. I think it's something
Definitely be the first in line for that.
I mean, for that movie, I don't know how you would wrap that all up in a movie. I mean, well, you can't wrap it up in a movie.
They'll have to have 5 movies. They'll have to. There's too much like of a storyline.
Yeah. Okay, so the camera cut off, so sorry for the awkward add in at the end.
I just wanted to say, I
Yeah.
guess we'll make another video with about the next book we're reading, and
Yeah, I'm reading this series right now called The Themis Files. About like it's got alien robots in it, like giant alien robots people find in the ground. Pretty good. I'm on the second book. Well, I just finished the second book. It's pretty short, so you're still reading the core. You're still reading that series, so
yeah. So
Well-
I'm pretty sure you don't want to hear about that again. So I'll find something else to talk about.
yeah, we'll find something. And we'll be back.
All right. Bye.